Hello guys, welcome to the 3D market commentary for today, Monday, April the 18th. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend and are looking forward to a great trading week ahead. Now let's put the disclaimers in the top left hand side. It says, there we go, top left hand side, please read them even if you just need to pause the video to do so. Now the 3D market commentary is a video that we do every day, Monday to Friday, to accompany an email that we send to our free members every day, Monday to Friday. Now we'll go through it in a minute, but essentially it's called a 3D market commentary because we are looking at three separate statistical elements on major markets every day. Now different places you can go for support. You've got email addresses here, so Becky@tradewithufos.com and support@tradewithufos.com. You also have this link here, which is tradewithufos/Becky. From here, you've got different apps and platforms that you can use. You can book one-on-one coaching if you'd like. And if you scroll down, you can log in for free and ask a question here, or you may find the answer to your question is already there because somebody else has already asked it. So different places to go. So let's bring up that 3D market commentary and we'll show you what that looks like. Now, of course, everything we're looking at is relevant to the markets themselves. So that's what we've got here on the right-hand side. Now, the three different elements that we look at are here. The first one is market climate. Essentially, that means what's the likely upcoming market direction? Up, down, or nowhere? And therefore, do we buy, sell, or do nothing? Now, we use an app to help us. It's called Auto Climate, which is this one here. It's a free app on most platforms that you can get it on. And it shows us with these coloured dots where the probabilities lie. So ignore the lines, focus on the dots. A thick red dot tells us probability down. A thick blue dot tells us probability up. And a thin dot of either colour tells us probability neither direction. So we'll look at that per market. I'm just going to squish price down a little bit here so we can see the next thing I'm going to show you. So the next of our three elements that we look at is called buy and sell UFOs. UFOs in this context stands for unfilled orders. And essentially we want to know where buyers are waiting to buy, where sellers are waiting to sell. So we see these little green UFOs using our app Auto UFOs that show us where the buyers are. We also have little red ones that show us where the sellers are. Buyers are likely to push price up, sellers are likely to push price down, and they show us where those buyers and sellers are. Then we look at market volatility, which is how quickly we expect the markets to move. So we'll look at each of those elements per market, starting with the S&P 500, which is the top 500 US stocks. And we're looking at each of these charts on a daily chart. So each of these markets, we're looking at a daily time frame. So the S&P 500 has a thick red dot, probability down. We also have sellers up here between 45.19.75 to 44.44.50. They've already worked. Price came in and was pushed down, came back in and was pushed down. That's what sellers do, is push price down. That's why we want to know where they are. We've also got quite a bit of room before we hit the buyers that are down here at 39.83.75 to 39.33.75. Overall probability here to the downside with the S&P. In terms of volatility, we'd expect that in 1 year, the S&P would move up or down by 24.25%. So in a day, 66.75 points. In a week, 146.94 points. And in a month, 305.88 points. That's the S&P. And the next market is crude oil. Now, just as we load this, just to highlight up here about the different courses that we do. So you can check out the different courses that we offer. Most of our courses come with a 3-month complimentary access to the apps. Auto Climate, which is this one here, that's a free app on most platforms you can get it on. Auto UFOs, which is this one here, that shows us the buyers and sellers, that's a paid for monthly subscription. The price depends on which platform that you use. Now, you can subscribe directly to them. You don't have to get a course in order to use the UFOs. You can just subscribe to use them directly. Most of the time, though, it's cheaper to do a course and get them for free for 3 months than it would be to just use the UFOs. So check that. So crude oil. Thick blue dot, probability up. However, we do have sellers very, very close by, between 115.54 to 108.68. And again, we've got quite a long way down before we reach buyers, between 80.47 to 77.83. So what we have is the climate pushing price upwards, and very soon we will have sellers pushing price downwards. So we have a fight going on. Don't know about you, but I'll try and keep out of fights. Who knows who's going to win? Who knows who has more buyers or sellers or more orders? So we need to let this play out, let it clear probability one side or the other, and then we'll take it from there. But for the time being, nothing really to do on this time frame on oil. With volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 53.38%. So in a day, 3.57 points. In a week, 7.85 points. And in a month, 16.34 points. So that's crude oil. So the next market is gold. Let's load this. Just to highlight down here about the coaching and support that we offer. Of course, we do a lot of courses for free, or a lot of videos for free, I should say, on different places: YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can email us, you can go to our support forums, all those kind of things for free. We also have a closed coaching community, which gives you access to more resources and live trading videos. So check that out. Okay, gold. Thick blue dot, probability upwards. Buyers below us between 1974.6 to 1942.9. Price came into them the other day. It's pushed up from there. That's what we expect buyers to do. That's why we want to know where they are. And we have no sellers above us. So overall, probability up here for gold. In terms of volatility with gold, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 17.71%. In a day, that's 22.23 points. In a week, 48.94 points. And in a month, 101.88 points. So that's gold. Now the next market is the US dollar. So let's load this. So let's just squish this down a little bit here with the US dollar. So we have a thick blue dot, probability upwards. We have buyers down here between 97.85 to 97.295. Prices come in, been pushed up, come in, been pushed up, come in, been pushed up. Buyers push price up most of the time. That's why we want to know where they are. Now, we have sellers that we're coming up to, but we still have a little bit of room there. The sellers are between 103.96 to 101.555. So we've got a little bit of room before we hit the sellers. Overall probability to the upside here for the time being. In terms of volatility, we would expect that the US dollar would move up or down in 1 year by 8.98%. In a day, 0.57 points. In a week, 1.25 points. And in a month, 2.61 points. That's the US dollar. And the next market is bakkt Bitcoin. Now, as that loads, just to highlight down here about our platform, it's called TOP, stands for Predictive Options Plan. Especially useful if you are an options trader, but also useful for analysis purposes if you are a stock, futures, or forex trader. Okay, bakkt Bitcoin. Thick red dot, probability down. Sellers up here between 43,980 to 42,597.5. Buyers all the way down here at 32,820 to 31,615. Overall, probability down, room to move to the downside here on Bitcoin. In terms of volatility, we would expect that Bitcoin would move up or down in 1 year by 65.07%. In a day, that's 1,604.05 points. In a week, 3,531.15 points. And in a month, 7,350.68 points. So that's bakkt Bitcoin. So that's all of our markets that we look at. We have looked at market climate for each of them, using auto climate to figure out where we have probabilities, up, down, or nowhere. We've looked at buy and sell UFOs, using auto UFOs to figure out where we have buyers and sellers that could push price up or down, respectively. And we've looked at volatility to understand how quickly we would expect these markets to move or how far we expect them to move within given periods of time. Now, the last thing to look at is our weekly economic calendar. We get it from fxstreet.com and we filter by high impact news because we want to know which scheduled news reports might increase volatility on the markets that we're trading. So today being Monday, April 18th, we have Easter Monday in Canada, also in the UK as well. We have Hong Kong is also Easter Monday. Later on this evening, so 9:30 Eastern time, we will have some news that may affect Australian markets, so be aware of that. So if you have any questions, you can of course email me, but a nice place to go, because you might find answers to your questions there anyway, is tradewithufos.com/Becky. You can scroll down and you'll see a bunch of questions and answers here. You can book one-on-one coaching if you'd like to, and you can get different apps and platforms from here as well. So I will wish you guys a great start to your trading week, and I'll see you again on Thursday. So take care. Bye-bye.